Zoe and Whole Cake, amazing. Get excited. Zoe is a really short arc and it's done so well. Having a short arc after an arc like Dressrosa that lasted so long is so refreshing and a nice change of pace for One Piece. This arc is beautiful. Like I said, it is really short, so I don't think I have much to say about it besides the fact that I loved it. From the beginning, when they first arrived, climbing up the elephant and trying to unravel what the hell was happening in Zoe, everything is just so fun. The minks are really cool. I love Law meeting up with his crew again, and I love finding out where that panda guy from his crew came from. Seeing the Straw Hats that weren't at Dressrosa work on their own was really fun too. I love Sanji taking the lead. I love how this arc sets up for Whole Cake. It's amazing. I love the little glimpses of Blackbeard that we get throughout this arc too. And of course his crewmate Jack, the one that was terrorizing them. And a character I actually really do like is Caesar. I like how he's a very important character and he's used for like a lot of the things that he does has caused so much to happen and pretty much caused a lot of Dressrosa. On Castle was of course about him. The poison in Zoe was because of him. There's so much that Caesar affects. I like his involvement in the story. The reveal that they were hiding Raizo from Jack the whole time, I was like, damn. That was really surprising. I actually really did like that twist. And that Momonosuke is actually like the king of Wano is actually really surprising too. And there's so much information packed into this arc that you figure out. When they go to see the poneglyph in the hidden treehouse that they have and to retrieve Raizo, there's so much information revealed about the poneglyphs, about Gold Roger, about a lot of the Straw Hats mentors that were actually on Gold Roger's crew. So many things like that. This arc sets up so well for Wano and for Whole Cake. And of course with Sanji. Before this, you don't know anything about Sanji. That's kind of the reason why I wasn't really feeling him. I said that in a video before, but because I didn't really know anything about him. But this arc makes you so curious for the next one with how they set it up. Beji is amazing. The letter, it just intrigues you so much that you want to learn more. I kind of wish most of One Piece arcs were like this, like a little bit shorter and more information packed into it. But overall, this arc is really amazing. I would say it's like a 10 out of 10. I didn't find anything wrong with this arc, and there was no point where I regretted watching One Piece. Whole Cake is the best arc so far in One Piece. The reason why this arc does so well is because it's a big change in pace compared to Dressrosa. The goal is simple. Get Sanji, avoid Big Mom, get to Wano. Simple as that. This arc is so fun and enjoyable and there's so much I love and there's just so much to say about it. I knew Pudding was suspect from the beginning only because, well, she's a part of the Big Mom Pirates, so yeah. The fight in the Seducing Woods I did enjoy, and the fight between Luffy and the Sweet Three General Cracker or whatever his name was, I did enjoy. But again, it's just this thing about One Piece fights that I don't like. You see how Cracker was using his Devil Fruit to fight and all the soldiers were fighting? He just kept clapping and creating more soldiers. That's how most One Piece fights are. It's just that the Devil Fruit powers are different. Most of them are just people just using the Devil Fruits but not actually fighting for themselves. And it winds up in the fights being kind of dull, for me at least. I just wish they had more like, you know, like hand-to-hand combat or choreography or like a way of using their powers that was more interesting for me, at least. Like, you know, Doflamingo could technically be Spider-Man, right? Like, I don't know, you do like uppercut and then string pulled down, something like that. You know, just it'd be way cooler if they use their powers in different ways rather than just letting their power fight for themselves. Sanji is done so well in this arc. For him to have to fight his own captain is great character development for him and Luffy. And to see how he was treated as a child was, damn, that shit was insane. The only thing is I wish they didn't make him like cry a lot and whine a lot, but I know that's because he's the only one with emotion and the other ones aren't, but I still wish he could, like, you know, stand up for himself a lot. I love his backstory. They kept it nice and short and enjoyable, and I love seeing some history of the North Blue, how Judge conquered the North Blue, how he took down like those 4 kings. It's cool to finally see something like in the other seas because we know there's this, like 4 seas, but we only really see like East Blue, the Grand Line, and the New World, and like some of the Red Line. But I actually thought the Big Mom Pirates were really cool. Everyone in the Big Mom Pirates did feel like a family, except for, of course, Big Mom, because she's more like a boss rather than a mom. Everyone else did really feel like a family. Her like 84 children felt like real siblings, which they are. They're all like half siblings. And I love how they defended each other and how they spoke to each other, how they interacted with each other. It made them feel like a real family. And I loved how they didn't tolerate anyone disrespecting their sibling. I love the shine that the Straw Hats got that weren't in Dressrosa. Nami, Chopper, and of course, Brook. Brook went crazy in this arc. Him taking out everybody in the castle and going to fight Big Mom and getting the poneglyph. I was like, what? That was crazy. It's like the developers of a game just buffed him. And I also should say that there isn't one person that I hated in this arc. That big head dude in the forest, mad funny.
Where did he come from? Yes, I'm pretty strong. I had no idea. Huh?
That obviously wasn't you, damn it!
I thought it was!
Jinbei? Yo, Jinbei is unintentionally funny.
Hey, is anyone in here? I hope you can forgive me for this. Now 5,000 bricks! Fist!
Wait, you're going to torch the cage? With us inside?
Just leave the enclosure before you're engulfed in flames. It's really quite simple.
Wait, I'm not on board yet!
And I'm just hyped for him to join the crew. I love his character so much. He's such a good mentor. And he always has his mind straight, and he's always thinking in the best possible way without any conflict or like emotion within his thoughts. He always tries to think of the best outcome, and I love Jinbei. Even Veggie is made to seem like an asshole from like the first few appearances that he has, but as it goes on, he really is a cool character. He has so much loyalty to his crew, and it's funny because I just like how he's fiending to take out Big Mom. Like, he just keeps saying it, like, this is our one chance to kill an emperor, our one chance to kill an emperor.
This is a rare chance to take out an emperor. And you're about to blow it over this? Some piddly bullcrap? Bullcrap?
I love that. It shows that he's goal orientated and that he has his mind set on one thing, is to kill Emperor so he can get closer to his goal. And I love his team up with Straw Hats and Luffy. It's just that plan, I loved it. I mean, of course it went wrong, but seeing them work together and how he got out of there with his like final castle form, I loved it. It was amazing. It was fun to watch. And yeah, the Tea Party was really nerve-wracking to watch. Like Water 7 and Saba Odi, these arcs are the ones that I love the most because they make you fear for the Straw Hats and it makes you feel like they cannot get out of this situation. But of course, Oda's insane storytelling and writing. The fucking box from Fishman Island that was like 5 years ago in real time was a bomb that got them out of the Whole Cake Chateau. Insane storytelling. Insane. Pagel's death was sad, but also for me, since I'm binge watching it, I like just met him, so I'm kind of like, damn, that's tough. And then I move on. Luffy versus Katakuri was a fun fight, and I sort of like the ideas that they both embody. Luffy basically is failure. If you fall, you can always get back up. If you make mistakes, you can always get back up. But Katakuri is supposed to be sort of the opposite of that. It's basically that he's perfect and he can never make a mistake and he never falls. And of course, I like in the end how he acknowledges Luffy and he asks if he's gonna defeat Big Mom and he falls on his back. That's really cool, and I like his little short character story. One thing I'm not sure that I did like though was his future sight Haki ability, only because I'm like, it kind of came out of nowhere. If maybe they mentioned him earlier on and say that he had it, it would have been better for me, but like to have him just come out of nowhere and like sort of thwart everybody's plans because you can see in the future was kind of like, Lastly, of course, probably the most important character in this arc, Big Mom. Big Mom is the first emperor that we see so far. She is scary, she is terrifying, and she is powerful, and I love how they show it in this show.
But what makes you think you'll make it that far, huh? You little bastards are getting way ahead of yourselves if you think I'm gonna let you escape my territory!
You know those art pieces that people do for One Piece where it makes One Piece seem like it's way darker than it is? That's what Big Mom actually is like. Her powers are, I love her powers, they're mad cool, and it really shows how powerful these emperors are and that it's not gonna be easy in order to take them down. Law and Luffy kind of make it seem like it is, but even Big Mom said, like, when Luffy attacked him, he's like, you're gonna need a lot more than that to take on Kaido if you can't even scratch me. But there are some moments where Big Mom just straight up seems like she's a devil, and I'm like, damn, this bitch is scary, and I can't wait to see more of her. But those are all the thoughts that I had for Zoe and Whole Cake. I can't wait to watch Wano, catch up on One Piece, and I'm gonna do, after I review like Wano and stuff, I'm gonna do one final video on like the summary of my thoughts of One Piece. I kind of like doing the videos. I write down a little bit, but I don't like reading off a script because to me that just seems corny, and like I don't really like scripted things. It makes it seem fake. So I kind of like thinking and talking like this because my thoughts like kind of come as I'm talking. To me, it's more real for like you guys. But I hope you enjoyed the video and stay excited.